Alright, getting the next video started. That was
Don't do that again.
That was rave music. That was dubstep.
That wasn't dubstep.
That was. Okay,
no, dubstep has wobble in it. Dubstep is like wah, 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 blah. It's not. No. That's basic house.
Dubstep's sound effect is ounce.
Okay. No. I'll show you dubstep.
I don't want you to show me dubstep, Zenith.
If you just Google dubstep or just YouTube dubstep, you'll find out what dubstep really is.
I'm going to play this part now. We're going to start. Go. Whoosh. Hey, everybody. It's Mimic Gamer. Here, the next part of Ratchet and Clank. That sucked. Here, the next part of Ratchet and Clank. It's like, what, 16 now? I don't know. Hi, Zenith.
16. Hey guys, I'm Zenith Rule, and Geki continues to fail to make a coherent thought. Earlier he tried to tell me that girl Lombax, or that girl in the second game of Ratchet and Clank is Lombax when she's not.
Lombax rebel Angela Cross.
Now he's trying to tell me that dubstep is when it's not.
Well. I said well. I don't know what you're talking about.
At least I'm not a coward.
Now you're changing your tune.
I'm Vinyl Scratch's biggest fan.
I'm selling you for scrap.
And now we're on a new planet, a war planet, and I think that is this where you get the not the grind boots, the magnet boots?
No, this place where you need the magnet boots, but you don't get them yet. I'm not sure if this is the war planet. I'm not sure this planet's designed around war. It would be awesome if it was, though. We need a war planet.
I got some
I don't know. We have enough war games as is.
A whole planet based off
with Call of Duty and its endless sequels, we have enough war games.
A whole planet based off that one level in Ratchet and Clank, and not Ratchet and Clank, in Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh yeah, grind boots. I love this part. See, anything to do with the grind boots is awesome. I think they should make an entire Ratchet and Clank game just with the grind boots.
I think they should.
What is that?
I was thinking the exact same thing, except based off Sonic, because Sonic's really
They already have that. It's called the racing segments in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
You mean the 2-player?
Yeah, like half that game is like on rail segments like these.
No, it's not. First off, the on-rail segments...
grinding segments? There's like 15 of them. Why do you think you have races
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle? No, they're not. There's not that many. There's not that many levels.
There's more than 15 levels.
No, they're not. There's like 8.
Oh, you got blowed up.
You're blown. You blow.
Please continue to contradict yourself.
I didn't contradict myself. You blow.
You said you're blown, and you blow. So apparently some girl likes, blowing me all the time.
I assume it's a girl. Think about you. What? It doesn't always have to be a girl's in it. Why does everything gotta be all gender labels?
Because I'm not a homosexual. That's pretty easy to say.
That's pretty... Yeah, that's discriminatory against people who don't like people who aren't homosexual.
What? All I said was that I wasn't. That's not discriminatory in the slightest.
I forget what we're talking about.
You're being stupid. That's what we're talking about. And this grind segment was awesome.
That was awesome.
Okay, Captain Kirk.
I don't care who you are. I've got to get the heck out of here. I joined the army to get money to go to college. I never knew I'd end up in a war.
You didn't know you'd end up in a war, eh? When you go to the military?
My hiney. I just want to get home to my family. Here.
Listen up. No robot ever won a war by dying for his country. You magnificent bastard, I read your book.
Whatever.
What? I'm recording movies now.
You've never seen Patton?
As you can see,
Dude, I don't pad my stuff.
This helmet allows
It's called Patton, a general, a war general.
This guy's head is pointy. That's not how cars work.
And apparently we went back in time.
Going back in time.
We have to get 1.21 gigawatts.
You ever get the kinks worked out of
Oh yeah, gigawatts.
Got to get me one of those.
Gigawatt.
If they are working for Chairman Drek, they
Jigga.
know where he is.
Is that all you can think about? Drek this,
Jigga.
Drek that? I got my
There are
own
Oh, you
times.
don't, Ratchet.
If you
There are
don't
times
have
when I
report
wonder
this situation, you do have problems.
Yeah? Well, if you're so
Wonder
smart,
what?
how come you fell for Quark's stupid trick?
about you.
Oh, you think about me,
We both need to get to
Zenith.
this planet, and that's all that matters.
Is it during your sleep? Does it keep you up at night?
Okay, Freddy, lay off.
I got
My name's
some great
Geki.
bargains for you today.
Learn pop culture references. Freddy Krueger.
I didn't see that remake.
You didn't have to. You could have seen the original.
I heard the remake sucks, so. Well, I see the original.
Because the original is good.
What?
Have you seen
telling-
Halloween? Please
You're
tell me
tell-
you've seen Halloween.
Are you telling me that a remake, something that's supposed to improve on an existing franchise, was not as good?
A remake isn't meant to improve all the time. Sometimes it's meant to cash in on a product that everyone likes, like Nightmare on Elm Street, or Halloween, or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That was remade?
The list goes on, or like Scream 4.
Scream 4. What?
Or, you know, the new Fast and Furious movies.
I don't know why would someone have to scream 4 times to get their point across. I heard you the first time, lady. I just don't care.
And there's another face palm for you.
We're leaving because I just remembered that there was something in another planet that I need to get.
Like the magnet boots?
No. Actually, it was this thing that gives you a little helper buddy. That's helpful.
You
Remember
mean Cleverbot?
Yeah. I think so. No. It was like a mouse or something. Remember the skateboarding we won? Air Gear, Extreme Gear Racing.
Did you just reference the Air Gear manga?
Ew, no. I hate. I just referenced Sonic Riders, dude.
That was the worst game ever.
Oh,
except for Free Riders, which didn't function at all.
Well, Zero Gravity, I heard it was pretty good.
If it involved Sonic, skate, or snowboarding, no.
Sonic's been what about? Okay.
Okay. Answer me this. Sonic is all about running faster than the speed of sound. His legs can do that.
Hey, no,
Why does he need to snowboard? Why does he need to skateboard?
He doesn't need to. He likes doing it because it's fun.
But
He doesn't do it to move fast. He does it to look cool. Sonic's the product of...
But it hasn't been cool since 1986.
It is used to attract
1980.
sand mice.
Right, and it's all yours. Well,
I wouldn't say... People argue that Sonic isn't even about speed, so...
What?
I've heard
The
people argue
original
that.
Sonic games, Sonic 1, 2, and even Sonic 3D, which wasn't that bad, were all about running fast in a 2D plane. Or except for 3D, which is 3D plane.
Yeah. This was awful. What are you talking about?
If the mouse likes you, it may offer a
And
bit
it
of
was
high-caliber
a good experiment. Still
Well,
better than the Werehog.
No, the Werehog was a good experiment. It actually
What? No.
It was a better experiment.
No.
Blast.
You're an experiment.
Nothing was fun about 3D Blast. Nothing.
You're the person who says Sonic Riders was a good game, and you
It
think
was
that.
okay. Not finished though, because it's hard as balls.
No, it doesn't function. That's why it's hard.
It functions just fine. It's just hard.
No, it's not. It would function correctly.
You just don't know how to play it.
I played it, and I immediately took it back to the store because it sucked.
No, then that is.
There are only 2 games that I have ever returned to stores because I did not like them. And, you know, I have a lot of games that I've bought, but in all my time of gaming, the only 2 games that I've ever taken back, Sonic Riders and Sonic Heroes. What does that tell you?
Sonic Heroes was the first Sonic game I ever played.
And that is why you're nostalgic for it and don't see the flaws.
I see the flaws. I actually haven't even finished that game yet. But the Chaotix theme song was awesome.
That doesn't have anything to do with the gameplay, though.
Team Chaotix, they're detectives you want on your side. Team Chaotix, they're directives tracking down your crimes. Come along for the ride.
Excuse me while I bash my head into a wall.
They had the best theme song.
No, I think like the best
someone
theme
needs to
songs
remix that as
the songs were in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, like running around at the speed of sound.
Okay, that's not what it was called.
Well, I know it wasn't called that, but that's
Escape
like
from the
first, Escape from the City. That was awesome.
Okay, now Sonic Hero. To be fair, Sonic Heroes did have an pretty awesome soundtrack.
Yeah, but you can still have an awesome
Ocean
soundtrack
Palace
and be a horrible game.
Sonic Heroes had its problems. It wasn't horrible. It was just.
I didn't say it was horrible. It wasn't the good Sonic game we needed after Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. That's not what we wanted. I don't need to switch between 3 characters at the same outset.
That was another
have
experiment.
Mission structure for each character. Each character an arc. You know, a story for each character. I don't have to switch to 3 characters that are basically the same palette swapped. That don't have differences in terms of story.
Okay, there were 4 different stories that but they just weren't. They didn't change. They changed slightly depending on the story you follow, but they more or less were the same.
And in the thing with Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, it had each individual like arc for each character that coalesced at the end.
I think what they tried to do was clever. They made each story different in difficulty, except for the Chaotix, which is mission based, and that was actually kind of clever for making it different. So it wasn't all completely 100% the same. There were differences that made it challenging. You actually had a reason to play each difficulty, which weren't you saying, Zenith? That was a thing about the trophies that was cool.
The thing
that actually guys
is that it lets me accomplish things in games that I never tried before. But there's a difference between having difficulty for fun's sake, for just wanting to have fun with it, and you fell down a pit again. There's a difference between having difficulties for fun of it and having difficulties because you have nothing else to offer in your game. If that's the only replay value in your game, then there's something wrong.
It's not just the fact that each story had a different difficulty. It also had a story that followed it, so it wasn't just a change in difficulty. It was an entire story. The story is what made you want. The story and different characters is what made you want to go out and try the different difficulties.
But I didn't like the other characters. I like the main Sonic crew. Like I like Knuckles. I like Tails because he's stupid.
Well, yes, you. A lot of people do like the other characters, and that was their incentive to play the other characters. They liked them. There are Shadow fans. There are Amy fans. There are Big the Cat fans. I don't see what the problem with Big the Cat really. Alright, let's start. Anyway, I didn't see the problem people had with Big the Cat. When I was playing Sonic Adventure 1, I expected the worst.
Big the Cat wasn't bad, but like the characters in Sonic Riders,
he was actually funny to me.
I don't like any of those additional characters. I liked Shadow. Shadow was like the only additional character that I really enjoyed until they made Shadow the Hedgehog, and that sucked.
I actually have a couple of friends who are really big Babylon Rogues fans, and things we've actually talked about. They actually are pretty expansive characters if you think about it and if you work on them. It depends on what you do. I don't think any of the Sonic cast are bad. Any of the main Sega Sonic cast, none of them are bad. they just have to be handled and executed well. They all have really great fleshed out personalities, really great stories and backstories. They just need something to do. The problem being is that it's called Sonic the Hedgehog. Everything needs to be tied to Sonic, so that makes going to other characters more difficult.
And that's why Sonic Adventure 2 Battle works so well, is because, okay, you have 6 different characters. Yes, some of them have similar mission structures, but they each are trying to do something different. They're each going for their own goals, and it eventually builds to a point where they all converge in the satellite up in space, and you have to do a mission for each character as they work in tandem, and then you fight this epic battle at the end with Super Sonic and Super Shadow, and it was friggin' awesome.
Yeah, and Sonic Heroes tried to do that, but it also failed in a lot of places. It wasn't quite the same structure, the same story structure. It was more so just going through the levels. But it tried, and it was experimenting. That's why I think if they tried one more time with another Heroes, they would probably be able to iron out a lot of the problems better. But anyway, that was the end of this part of Ratchet and Clank. I'll see you guys later next time. Say goodbye, Zenith.
Later, guys, and see you next time.
All right.